Meyer, and I'm a business advisory team lead at Affinity Credit Union. I've been with Affinity going on 10 years, so just about 10 years in June. I lead a team of 9 employees who help our business members with any of their business needs. So that includes various things like self-check deposits, paying their employees, and moving money around through our customer automated funds transfer system, managing and administering our business online banking platform, and assisting our business lenders in providing commercial lending to our members. I knew out of high school, I knew that I really liked math and numbers, but I also loved people. So in going through my options at the University of Saskatchewan, Edwards School of Business seemed like the best fit at the time. I also really hated science classes in high school, so this was one of the only programs that didn't have science classes as a requirement. As I was in university, I knew that I needed a source of income, and I worked at co-op at the time, but I figured it would be best to align my employment and my schooling just to get the most value out of both. So I started applying at various financial institutions in the city, Affinity being top priority because I was already a member, so I was familiar with their values and their service. I would say when I started as a student teller, university wasn't a requirement, but I knew that I wanted something a little bit more, so I knew that further education would help me get there sooner. So the university allowed me to apply for that student teller position and helped me move up quicker in the organization, I guess, and allowed me for more opportunities than what would typically be available. We have various training programs that we take advantage of for whatever role you're a part of. I started as a student teller and then worked as a financial services representative, and from there moved into a consumer lending position and shortly after a leadership position. I attended the Affinity St. Mary's branch with my parents to apply for my first student loan. And the lender at the time was very personable. She made us feel valued and important, and it just felt more like a casual conversation than a lending interview. So I remember looking back and thinking that's something that I'd like to do one day. So shortly after, that's when I applied for the student teller position at Affinity. And the first time around, I wasn't successful, but I received a call from Affinity a few months later, and I was thrilled to be offered that student teller position. In university, I worked part-time throughout the school year and then full-time in the summers. And I worked in various retail roles kind of throughout my career at Affinity, consumer lending being one. Couldn't be more grateful for the various opportunities and roles presented to me through the organization. So an average day or week looks very different depending on the day, which is what I really love about this role. I tend to get bored easily, so my team and my leader definitely keep me on my toes. I am newer to the business advisory team, so I still have lots to learn and I'm by no means an expert, but I typically take pride in my knowledge, so not always knowing the answer and finding different ways to add value has been a bit of a challenge for me. There's been lots of change at Affinity and in our department in particular over the past couple years. So much of my time is spent evaluating our current processes and systems and working with my team in other departments and how to make our days more efficient and how to make our business lives easier. So I guess in a nutshell, lots of conversations, lots of meetings, which I love because not only do I get to meet new people, I get to build some great relationships along the way. I love working with my team to look for ways to find efficiencies and create a better member experience. I think our team has the ability to provide so much value to our members, so we're constantly looking for ways to do things differently and make a difference in our members' lives. So we're not just here to process transactions. We want to be able to make a difference and help our members meet their financial goals. As a lender, I had the opportunity to work with a few members right from the very beginning of their lending journey and help them kind of get over some difficult situations. So it was really rewarding to be able to work with them, focus on them one-on-one to help them get past those difficult situations and meet their financial goals. For example, I had somebody that was really looking to purchase their first home. That was an important financial goal for them, but they did have a lot of debt that was kind of standing in the way, so they weren't able to afford their first home. So we were able to provide them with a consolidation loan, combine some of their payments and make it a little bit easier for them to afford. And they paid that consolidation loan off over 3 years. And after that point, we were able to qualify them for a mortgage and they were able to move into their first home shortly after. They were thrilled. It was a really good way to build that relationship, and it felt more like a friendship and kind of a one-on-one relationship as opposed to a financial relationship. I would say take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. Even if it's slightly outside your comfort zone or you feel like the timing's not perfect, maybe you don't feel like you're 100% ready, I've definitely experienced the most growth by taking advantage of opportunities that make me feel slightly uncomfortable at first. If you fall flat on your face, there's definitely a learning experience or the ability to grow in those challenging situations.